out a gun and shot my little brother in the stomach. And he said, "Mommy, my tummy hurts." So she went and she picked him up, and he was bleeding on her.
It happened after the mother reportedly made a gesture at the driver of a white sedan after he cut her off in the carpool lane. Gunfire erupted moments later. You can see the bullet hole near the license plate, which shot through the trunk and into the back seat, striking the boy.
Off the fires, we're getting a report that there is a child that has been shot in the back.
Little Aiden Leos was shot in a road rage attack while sitting in his booster seat on his way to kindergarten. There's fear today on the freeways in Southern California after a slew of shootings. The latest ended in the death of a 6-year-old boy.
Please help us find the people that did this to my little brother. He's only 6 and he was so sweet.
Michaela, this is one step closer to bringing justice to the family of 6-year-old Aiden Leos. The official charges are expected to be read in court. The Costa Mesa couple was arrested Sunday. They're behind bars right now, and they're set to be arraigned at some point today. We'll take you to their photos here. The suspects, 24-year-old Marcus Ares and 23-year-old Win Lee. The exact charges haven't been determined, but it's believed Lee was the driver and Ares was the gunman. Authorities say they recovered the weapon used and the vehicle described as a white Volkswagen recovered in Whittier, where neighbors say the male suspect's grandmother lives. That vehicle registered to Lee's parents, according to investigators who received hundreds of public tips, including dash cam video. The more than 2-week-long manhunt came to an end Sunday afternoon with the couple being arrested at their Costa Mesa home. And OC District Attorney Todd Spitzer says the couple was given ample time to turn themselves in, suggesting if they did, he might be more lenient in his filing.
And I was unequivocally clear with them. Turn yourself in. Turn yourself in. And they didn't. And they didn't. And so now it's time for the system to do what it's designed to do, and that is hold people accountable.
The suspected shooter's occupation listed as an auto detailer according to jail records, and his Instagram page, as you see here, shows the 24-year-old shooting various types of firearms. First, a semi-automatic assault rifle, then a handgun believed to be used in that freeway shooting. Meanwhile, his girlfriend, Win Lee, featured in a public television story back in 2015 where she talked about depression and suicide. The sentence for shooting into an occupied vehicle, 7 years in prison, but District Attorney Todd Spitzer says it carries an enhancement that could add 25 to life. We'll get more details during that arraignment later today, Michaela.
Okay, and again, we'll be following this story, and we'll update you once we see the arraignment happen. Mario, thank you so much.
All right, people, what's going on? So you guys heard the unfortunate newscast. A young boy lost his life because some maniac decided to shoot into the car that he was in and unfortunately struck and deleted him. Condolences to that young man and that young boy and his mother and his sister. Here's the deal, guys. When it comes to driving, I don't know where you guys all live, but if you live in any kind of major city, you live in LA, San Diego, you live in Chicago, Atlanta, any place in Texas, almost any place in Texas, you know, Dallas, Fort Worth area, Houston, whatever the case might be. If you live in a major city, you know driving is a major, major part of your day. It's such a major part of your day. You start measuring things in terms of time. Like it takes you 30 minutes to get from here to there. You don't even care about the distance. It's all about the time, right? It takes you 45 minutes if it's rush hour, an hour if it's rush hour. You measure things in time because the time you spend on the highway is just that big of a deal. That being the case, you know, everybody in their car is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. If you're in a hurry, everybody is an a-hole and a jerk. They're an a-hole because they won't get out of your way. They're a jerk because they won't let you merge over. If you're not in a hurry, everybody's an a-hole or a jerk because they're in a hurry trying to cut you off and they're forcing their way into your lane. You know how it is. We all know how it is. We've all been the guy or the girl who was driving in the passing lane, doing something like out here, the speed limit is 65, but everybody's doing like 80, 85. You're not getting pulled over unless you're doing 90, 95. We've all been the person who's in the passing lane, passing slowly but surely, but not fast enough for the guy who's behind us, who's doing a whole lot faster. And you know, we'll sit there and we'll say to ourselves, nah, bro, I ain't getting pulled over for you. I ain't getting a ticket for you. You going fast enough. We're passing the cars. This the passing lane, right? Like you're rationalizing in your head why you're not going to go faster when you need to just speed up a little bit and get over and let that person go on about their day. We have all been the jerk who won't move. And we've also been the person who's doing 85, 90 in the passing lane, barreling down on somebody who's clearly passing other cars, just not passing fast enough for us. If you're in residential traffic, you've been the person whipping in and out of the lanes, going super fast, doing 65, 70 in a 35 or 45 mile an hour zone, only to end up at the same light as all the cars you just passed, looking stupid. You start playing with your cell phone, start playing with your radio, act like you busy. No, you're just stupid, right? We've all been that person. So what I'm saying is humility. Humility will keep you alive and it's your best friend. Now, I'm not saying that to say that that woman did anything to bring this consequence upon herself or her son. That's not what I'm saying in any way, shape, or form. I'm just simply saying for all of you guys, you need to realize that you share this world, the entire world, with devils and demons. You share the world, you share the country, you share your state, your city, your neighborhood, and your highways with devils and with demons. And let's just say that everybody is rational when they get in the car. You have all heard stuff about road rage. There is something about being in a vehicle that just sets people off. I don't know what it is. If you are a psychiatrist, psychologist, and you know more than me, please put that in the comments below so everybody else will know. But what happens when an actual lunatic gets behind the wheel of a car? Somebody dies or something really bad happens, like in this case. So once again, I'm not saying that this woman should have been humble and not flip this guy off or not honk her horn. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we all need to be more humble to everybody, right? We share this world and nobody wants bad energy coming their way. And a lot of times you can deflect bad energy by just simply being more humble. Somebody's cutting you off. Okay, if this person's really a bad person, they're certainly going to get what's coming to them at some point in the day. They're looking to crash out. I don't want them crashing out on me. Wherever they go, they're the next person's problem. Sometimes you just have to chalk it up like that. Once again, I am in no way, shape, or form saying that this woman was arrogant and brought this on herself. This is more of a cautionary tale for all of you. You don't know who's in that next car. People will do wild stuff behind the wheel of a car that they would ordinarily not do. They turn into maniacs, they turn into grizzly bears, and then stuff like this happens. So for you guys to stay safe and, just edification for you, when you're in the car, be humble. Go ahead and get over if you're don't hang out in the passing lane. Go ahead and speed up and let the other guy over. You don't need to cut everybody off and you're not in that much of a hurry. Maintain composure when you're in your car. And I'm sure none of you guys would ever whip out a gun and, start capping people just because you're upset. But, just so you don't trigger someone else. Because I would hate for this to happen to any of you guys. Not that I know you like that, but this is a awful situation. So I'm not going to beat this into the dirt. Just please recognize and take away from this that you share this world with awful people, and some of those awful people get behind the wheel of cars, and that just amplifies how awful they really are. So a little bit of humility might keep you safe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll get at you on the next one. Peace.